Hello, World of Tank Blitzers, it's Littlefinger. Got another random game for you, this time bottom tier in the VK 2801 Supremacy mode on Middleburg here. And, you know, this is my go-to tank when I get into a losing streak. Even if I don't win in it, I'm typically doing a good bit of damage. So it's really a fun tank in my opinion. Maybe one of my favorite tier 6 tanks. Anyway, typically what I've been doing is pulling straight up to that ridge that I'm showing you right there, but lately I have been pushing around the middle here, trying to see if we can get shots in on any of these heavies that are slowly making their way up the hill. And so you can see I was able to spot the Tiger there, but he does a good job staying low on the ridge line. And so it's time for me to turn around and get into the action here. And we've got a tracked VK on the other side there. So one of the things I like about this ridgeline here, if you get too close, you do run into some gun depression issues, but you know, it does a great job of hiding most of the tank, and you can do a little peek-a-boom there with that spot. And in a way, you can get hull down too. So they've got another VK that is right here in the middle. I mean, there's a KV2. We've got a KV2 right there on the other side. You can see that. Gets a nice HE shot into him and stops him. So he's coming after me. We've obviously got a hit point advantage. Luckily, he bounced that last shot, and so we finished him off without doing too much more damage. So one of the things with this tank is just how mobile it is and how quickly you can get yourself into a position where you're doing a fair amount of damage. And so you can see here we've got this VK lined up, and obviously not a very experienced player because he's just standing still letting us take shots at him. And so KV2 was behind me there, and I noticed that the T-34-85 was going off to the left. Actually, that's a Type 58 going off to the left there. And so he's isolated, so whenever I can, I want to make sure I'm shooting isolated targets. And we can use this great aiming time on this VK 2801 to get that last shot in there. And now we've got two heavies up here. So instead of taking my first shot on the Tiger P, I am going to focus on the low health tank. Let's get him out of the game first, and we can use our maneuverability and speed just to get around to the backside of him. And that Tiger P has finished off our guy. And you know, supremacy game here, so we've got two bases. I'm basically just playing keep away at this point. He is a tier above me, and he has a much higher DPM, I believe, than I do. Plus, it's going to be difficult for me to penetrate him, so I wait a little bit longer to let that cap get up higher, and you can see how much red there is. And just using my speed here, trying to get him to miss that shot, which he doesn't. But anyway, we ended up doing 2,516 damage there as bottom tier, level 1 mastery badge. And that's the kind of games I get with this tank. I'm usually doing, you know, 17 to 2,000 damage, win or lose, which is really good, obviously, for statistic purposes. But overall, it's just a really fun tank to play. So still one of my favorites at tier 6. Hopefully you guys have had a chance to play it by now. And you know, I'm just always looking for ways to have fun with this game. So as always, stay safe out there, have fun, get educated, not fingered. Littlefinger out.